Morning, everyone. Great to see you and welcome to our Sing Sunday this week. We've got a great programme coming up for you. Lots and lots of music where the composer's name just happens to start with the letter B. Not all of them, but quite a few. So we've got Bach, we've got Beach, we've got Bruckner, and we have some other treats to enjoy this morning as well. The things you read in the live chat, though. So Emma's just been off to the market where she bumped into a former Chancellor of the Exchequer struggling to carry a toddler and parcels. What I love about the English language is that nobody has ever said that particular collocation of words ever before. Right here in the live chat on Homechoir. So hope you're having a good day so far. Here in the West Country it is grey and overcast. It was a beautiful day yesterday, absolutely lovely, right up until around about 10 p.m, where Anna and I wanted to go out and look for the Northern Lights, and what happened? It's clouded over, and it rained all night, and it's still cloudy this morning, so we'll just have to wait. Next time there's an enormous solar flare, we shall be out in the garden, probably getting rained on. So let me check, we've got the acoustic, good. If I press this button, can we hear some Bach? We can. We've got some Byrd, we've got some Beach, we've got some Bruckner, some Rheinberger. I know it doesn't start with B, but there's a fairly prominent B in Rheinberger. We've got Geoffrey's lovely recording of Deep Stillness. Excellent, which could be louder, actually. Just give me 2 moments. So Geoffrey's here. Hello, Geoffrey. Looking forward to hearing you sing from all that way, from the other side of the planet. And everyone else, people are talking about cheese. Oh, it's definitely a Homechoir Sunday morning. Don't talk about cheese at this point because I've had a very light breakfast. I'm looking forward to lunch. And if you talk about cheese, I'll want cheese for lunch. There weren't any Northern Lights last night. Thank you, Susanna. That greatly cheers me up. We'd been told to go out in the garden, look north at about 11 p.m. Okay, that's good to know. Jackie's been double jabbed. I'm sorry to hear that you're in pain, Jackie, but it's worth it. I'm getting my jabs on Thursday morning, and fully anticipating the Choir of the Earth super bumper extra special long edition on Thursday to be somewhat sore. But of course, it's Fecit Potentiam. He has shown strength with his arm, just as long as I said the other day. It's not my left arm. So I was quite pleased with that. I thought that went up on the fly. Hello to everyone who's watching later on. Thanks so much for being here. Do remember, please, to hit the like button. And if you are not yet subscribed, well, then you can help us on our way to our target of 10,000 subscribers. That's our next big milestone. And as of this morning, checking whilst you wait. Dun, 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 dun. 5,239 subscribers, 5239 as of this broadcast. Someone out there could hit subscribe and get us to 5,240, just like that, or even further beyond. So do come and join us. Remember, everything on Homechoir is free. We just love to have you. Come and join the team. Hello to everyone who I know is watching live but isn't in the live chat this morning. Hello to Helene and Bill and Val and Sue and Tony and Sally and Annie and Maureen and Harry and June and everyone else who I know is watching but not chatting this morning. And then hello everyone over here. Good morning to all of you, or indeed good evening, depending on where you are in the world as you're watching. Hello Alan, hello Alison, hello Angela, hello Carolyn, hello Emma, hello Fiona, hello Geoffrey, good evening, hello Jackie, good evening Jane and Goss, of course. Hello Jill, hello Linda, hello Mike, hello Nikki, hello Sheila, hello Susanna, hello Virginia, hello Wendy, hello all of you. Great stuff. So Susanna is having lunch. Excellent, of course, that's entirely appropriate as it is in the afternoon in Finland, but here in the UK it is almost exactly 11 a.m. So we're going to get started. Make sure you've got your drink of water handy. We're seeing all sorts of different styles and genres today, but all absolutely lovely music. So let's sing. Let's have Homechoir in the key of F this morning. So you can sing an F, an A, a C, Homechoir, and we can start our broadcast. Nice deep breath, and here we go. And... Beautifully sung, everyone, and a very, very good morning or good afternoon or good evening, whatever time of day it is as you watch this broadcast. You're also very welcome to Homechoir and indeed to our Sing Sunday broadcast, which is our unique exploration every couple of weeks where we look at some of the very, very best music in the choral repertoire, and what a range, an array of beautiful music we have for you this morning. We'll start after our warm-up and a little bit of just updates as to what's coming up on the channel with some Bach, and then we'll follow that with some Byrd. We'll then have the beautiful Deep Stillness, which was sung for us by Geoffrey from Australia. Then we'll have some Amy Beach with Prayer and Supplication. We'll have Rheinberger's Verum Corpus, which is an arrangement of one of his beautiful piano pieces. And then Bruckner's Locus, Iste, which of course we learnt on Wednesday just past. After a pause to reflect on some thoughts and what's going on in our world, and there is a lot going on in our world, we will sing two gospel numbers, Didn't My Lord Deliver Daniel, and finish off with good news, because frankly we could all do with a bit of that. Now, coming up on the channel, speaking of good news, you've got some great music coming up this week. We've got Thomas Tallis's If Ye Love Me, which is a do-over, if you like. We're revisiting this beautiful piece with a brand new recording and all our latest technology. That will be this coming Wednesday, so do join us for that if you can. And then on Fun Friday, well, we're going to be taking our cues from the great Flanders and Swan, and so alongside their iconic Gasman Cometh piece, we're going to be learning their Song of the Weather, which it turns out, and Emma alerted me to this, is actually based on a poem by Samuel Taylor Coleridge's daughter, Sarah. And I'm going to give you the words of the original poem on Friday, and then you'll see entirely why Flanders and Swan revisited this poem and made it substantially better. So lots to look forward to on the channel over the next week, and indeed between now and the end of the year. So much. So if you want to help us make these Homechoir programs for everyone, well, then you can do so by going to homechoir.org/donate and giving what you can. It all goes back into making these broadcasts for you and indeed for everyone. So if you are able to support us, go along there, buy us a coffee, and our huge thanks to anyone who's already a donor and a supporter of the channel. And of course, we also have our weekly newsletter in which we put all of the links, scores, news, photos, all sorts of things go into the newsletter. It's completely free. We promise to never spam you, but we will send it to you once a week if you subscribe to it. So go along again to homechoir.org, click newsletter, sign up, fill in the form, and you're done. And if you tell us when your birthday is, as these people have done, well, we will sing happy birthday for you. And we have Rebecca and Jill celebrating their birthdays today. Sing-a-thon events are celebrating their birthday tomorrow. And then Jane is celebrating her birthday on Tuesday. So we'll sing for all four of those wonderful choruses very, very shortly. But we're going to go full screen now and just warm ourselves up on this Sunday morning here in the West Country, or indeed wherever you are in the world. And I just invite you all to take a nice deep breath and sigh. It's a nice thing about Sunday. It's a different feeling to a weekday sing. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, take those nice deep breaths. Nice deep relaxing Sunday breaths, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening. And just use it to get rid of any residual stress or tension of the week that you've brought into the weekend. Get rid of it now. This is your time to enjoy some beautiful music and to relax and sing with friends. So as you take these deep breaths, breathe in relaxation and breathe out any tension. That's wonderful. And as you continue to breathe deeply, we're just going to roll our heads around nice and gently and slowly. I'm doing this quite carefully today because I pulled a bit of a muscle in my shoulder somehow. I'm afraid I blame the music of Bach. It was an epic Thursday Choir of the Earth session, which went on for 2.5 hours, teaching some very florid semi-quaver patterns in Omnes Generationes. I think I might have pulled a muscle. Worth it, though. So we're just rolling our shoulders around. Actually, that's not too bad this morning. Marvellous. And what we're going to do is we're just going to start the motor and just hum a nice long note. So whichever octave suits you, if you're feeling particularly bassy this morning, go all the way down there. But we're just going to hum this note together. Nice deep breath, and here we go. And and no one have a ya, 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 and ya, ya, ya. Excellent. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And ma, ma, ma. And yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. And ya, ya, ya. Very nice indeed, everyone. And we're now going to sing Happy Birthday for some wonderful home choristers who are celebrating today, tomorrow and Tuesday. More birthdays, of course, to come along on Wednesday. And if it is your birthday in the coming days and you want us to sing Happy Birthday for you, or subscribe to our newsletter. But for Rebecca, for Jill, for Singathon and for Jane, a very happy birthday to all 4 of you. And we're going to sing together. Are we ready, everyone? After 2, 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rebecca, Jill, Singathon and Jane. Happy birthday to you and many more. Many happy returns of the day to all 4 of you. I'm pretty sure Singathon Events is a person after all, so have a great day when it comes. So, everyone, people are talking in the live chat about my shoulder injury, which was, I think it's fine, actually. It's a lot better than it was yesterday. I strained a muscle conducting Bach, and, well, yes, you could call it a Bach-related injury, but this next piece, our first piece of the day, is a beautiful, very gentle piece of Bach. No semiquavers to be found here, but a huge amount of beauty. As I'm sure you're aware, Bach spent a lot of time taking some very old hymn tunes, most of which were written by Martin Luther and his colleagues at the time, and these were actually based in some cases on even older tunes. And what Bach did is he took these ancient melodies and he harmonized them for many of his cantatas and his motets. And so this first piece is a chorale, a harmonized ancient melody. It's Jesu Meine Freude, and it comes from the motet of the same name. So you'll hear the chord, you'll see the score on screen, and let's start with some beautiful, gentle Bach, and let's make sure we don't pull any muscles as we do so. Here we go, everyone. Yes. There we are. Beautiful way to start. Gentle and so sublime. And for those of you that know the motet, it's quite hard to not launch into Es ist nun nichts. And it is one of the pieces I'd love for us to look at one day, but it would take a long time for us to teach. So it's aspirational at the moment, but Bach is always inspirational. And indeed, our next composer, William Byrd, is another inspirational composer. His music is just so beautiful. Byrd is an English composer of the Renaissance period, known for his It's phenomenal polyphony, the interweaving lines of the Renaissance era. And this is his setting of Ave Verum Corpus. I think it's fair to say that we have sung and learnt more settings of the Ave Verum Corpus than anything else. And this one has such a yearning, such a beautiful darkness to it. That still radiates light. So let's enjoy William Byrd's Ave Verum Corpus. Once again, you'll hear the starting notes and you'll see the score on screen. And this one is all about beautiful, long, interweaving lines. Here we go, everyone. Such sublime beauty. Bach and Byrd, two composers separated by, well, by many, many miles and many, many years, but that beautiful interweaving of lines to create clashes that then resolve with such certainty and such beauty. There really is nothing better. So we're going to move on and we're going to sing together a piece that was sent to us from the other side of the world, from Geoffrey, who sent us this beautiful piece with words by Judy Perrin and music by Robin Mann. And this was part of what we have come to call amongst ourselves our Behind the Sofa series. It wasn't called that in the beginning. It was a title that the choir gave the series themselves, because everyone who sings for us and sent in their recordings from around the world says, I'm going to go and hide behind the sofa whilst people sing this. Nobody has yet sent in anything that I think deserves to be sung from behind the sofa, least of all Geoffrey, who sent us this beautiful and very, very spiritual and meditative piece. So let's be led by Geoffrey, who I know is watching live as we are streaming this. So thanks for sending this in, Geoff. And here we go, everyone. Here is Deep Stillness.
For you, deep stillness of the silent inland. For you, deep blue of the desert skies. For you, flame red of the rocks and stones. For you, sweet water from hidden springs. From the edges seek the pathlands, and when you're burnt by the journey, may the cool winds of the hovering spirit soothe and replenish you in the name of Christ. In the name of Christ. In the name of Christ.
Thank you, Geoffrey. Beautifully sung and beautifully chosen. It's one of the things I'm really enjoying about our ongoing Behind the Sofa series, and we've had dozens now sent in and more to come, is that it brings music from all corners of the world and we share it here on Homechoir. So thank you very, very much for sending that to us. And we're going to continue with our programme this morning. We're going to return to the bees, and indeed we're going to head now to the beach. That's to say, Amy Beach. We're no stranger to the music of the amazing Amy Beach here on the channel. She was perhaps, I think, the most important female composer of her generation, one of the most important composers indeed of the period, and she wrote in such a clean and such, I think the word I would need to use is integrity, with such beauty to her lines. No notes wasted, everyone gets something nice to sing, and her voice is one that I know has influenced generations of American composers since. Now, we've recorded some of her music before. Her piece, I Leave With You, is well known to us, but a kind of companion piece is with Prayer and Supplication, which we learned around the same time, about a year and a half or so ago. And so we're going to enjoy with Prayer and Supplication, which we haven't sung for many, many months indeed. And just get a load of some of these clashes. Okay, so it's over to Mrs. Beach. Here we go.
With prayer, supplication, let your requests be known unto God.
that for me is the epitome of economy in a really, really good sense. So much beauty compacted, pushed into 1 minute of music, and you just almost think, God, what would have happened if she had just spent another 2 or 3 minutes just ruminating and continuing those ideas. You want it to continue, but of course it was written for a very specific purpose, a short little moment in a service. And so, well, I think we have to take our hats and indeed our headphones off to the great Amy Beach for being able to compose something so beautiful in such a short space of time. Now, speaking of beauty, we're going to have now some Rheinberger, and he's best known, I think, for his organ and piano music, and this indeed is an arrangement of one of his piano pieces. This is Rheinberger's Ave Verum Corpus, which we learned as part of our groundbreaking choral alphabet series, which finished earlier this year and covered music from across the pantheon of the choral repertoire, with each piece starting with a composer whose name started with a subsequent letter of the alphabet. And there are so many composers who started with R, and I had a spot for choice, to be honest, when we got to this point, and I found this arrangement. I thought, I've never heard it before. It's gorgeous. So let's enjoy some Rheinberger here. This is his Ave Verum Corpus to enjoy.
Ave Verum Corpus Natum de Maria Virgine bene passum immolatum in cruce cuius natus performatum una fulsitum saline est ad nobis pregustatum in mortis examine. O dulcis Supplication, O Jesu Meine Freude, O dulcis Supplication, O Jesu Meine in nobis miserere, nobis miserere. Amen.
There we are, everyone. One of the things I like about that particular piece, and so many here on Homechoir, is because we use the fantastic choral public domain library, the CPDL. I'm always having a look through. For me, it's like going to a secondhand bookshop or a secondhand record store and looking around for hidden gems, things that no one else has ever sung. And when you find an arrangement of a classical piece, chances are there are no recordings out there. And so we get to enjoy them for the first time. That's a very, very special piece. One to add, I think, to the ever-growing list of pieces that we could record together. Now, our last classical piece, before we pause for a minute, is our most recently taught piece, and also one of our first pieces that we taught here on the channel. It is, of course, Locus, Iste by Bruckner. And just a little aside, many of you will know that I'm currently deep into preparations for an upcoming lecture series, which I'm giving through Choir of the Earth. It's my Around Sound Evolution of Classical Music, and it starts this Wednesday if anyone's interested in coming. It's 6 weeks, and it is absolutely packed with essential information. And one of the things that it's got me thinking about is the future of music, what's to follow, what's to come in the years ahead. And I've been reading this, rereading this brilliant book by Michael Spitzer, and listening to him talk. And what he was talking about recently in an online lecture is that things like the pandemic have shown us that music is not going to be stymied. It's not going to be crushed or destroyed by technology. In fact, we're going to use technology to create these new opportunities for people to kind of seize the methods of production. No longer is it just the purview of professional choirs to go into a studio and record. And now anyone from around the world can come together and can record great works. And so in a sense, it's slightly big-headed to say this, but actually for all of the online music makers, for all of the people in Choir of the Earth, Homechoir, Stay-at-Home Choir, Sofa Singers, the online choir, all of these great groups. I know that there is a fantastic group in Brazil run by Gabriel Machado, for example, who Soraya sings with. All of these groups have come together on the internet to make music. And that means that the internet itself is a special place. It's a sacred place of music making. So as we sing Locus, Iste, it was written for the consecration of a chapel, but I've always thought of it since 2020 as also referring to this space where we can come together and make music. Doesn't matter if we can't meet in person, we can still make music in this very, very special place. So everyone, here is Locus, Iste. Very, very special piece of music. Now, before we proceed with our two pieces from the spiritual repertoire, we're going to just pause for a minute. And this, for me, is one of my favourite moments in all of my online work. It's not just because I get to just be quiet for a minute and think, but actually it's because we're all invited to share this moment of, as Geoffrey said and sang so beautifully earlier on, deep stillness. However you want to use this time, it is for you to just take a moment out of your day to reflect on what's going on in your lives and in the world. And there is a lot going on in the world. Awful, awful weather events. There's war. There is need. There are political clashes and polarization. And you could be forgiven for thinking that we are living through some dark times. And, well, I found on a platform which many might say is one of the darkest places, that's X, formerly known as Twitter, I saw a post which is actually a very short piece of writing by Bertolt Brecht, which is translated from the original German, and I retweeted it, re-X'd it, whatever you call it, and it just really spoke to me. And I think we should, if you don't mind, reflect on these words. In the dark times, will there also be singing? Yes, there will also be singing about the dark times. Thanks, everyone. Thank you all. So we've got two pieces from the gospel and spiritual repertoire, two of my absolute faves, one that we've done relatively recently and the one that we've not done, as it turns out, for years and years and years, and is overdue. So advise you all, if you haven't done so recently, to hydrate. So first of all, didn't my Lord deliver Daniel? And just continuing with the theme that I laid out there, this is all about getting through tough times, being in the lion's den, but knowing that deliverance is near. Here we go, everyone. Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel? Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel? Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel, and why not everyone? And again, didn't my Lord deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel? Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel, and why not everyone? He delivered Daniel from the lion's den, and Jonah from the belly of the whale, and the Hebrew children from the fiery furnace. Then why not everyone? Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel? Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel, and why not everyone? Oh, the wind blows east and the wind blows west, it blows like Judgment Day, and every soul and needed prayer will be glad to pray that day. Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel? set my foot on the gospel ship, and the ship began to sail. It landed over on Canaan shore. Then why not everyone? Did my Lord deliver? Daniel deliver, Daniel deliver, Daniel. Did my Lord deliver? Daniel, then why not everyone? Did my Lord deliver? Daniel deliver, Daniel deliver, Daniel. Did my Lord deliver? Daniel, then why not everyone? There you go, everyone. All will be well in a musical song. Yeah, tough times, dark times, they come around, but there's always dawn. At the end of the darkest night, the sun will rise. And that's what we're going to finish off with today. This is good news. How do you follow Didn't My Lord Deliver? Well, you do it with a bit of good news. The sun will shine and all will be well. And if you're living through dark times at the moment, singing really does help. I mean, I know you all know that. You wouldn't be here if you didn't, but it really does. Singing with friends, singing songs you love, or even just enjoying the sound of someone else singing, but feel that connection, feel that music in you, and you can't help but smile. Let's sing good news, everyone. Here we go. Good news, chariots are coming, good news, chariots are coming, good news, chariots are coming, and I don't wanna leave me behind. Good news, chariots are coming, good news, chariots are coming, good news, chariots are coming, and I don't wanna leave me behind. There's a long white robe in heaven, I know. A long white robe in heaven, I know. There's a long white robe in heaven, I know. And I don't wanna leave it behind. Good news, chariots are coming, good news. Chariots are coming, good news. Chariots are coming, and I don't wanna leave it behind. There's a pair of wings in heaven, I know. A pair of wings in heaven, I know. There's a pair of wings in heaven, I know. And I don't wanna leave it behind. Good news, chariots are coming, good news. Chariots are coming, good news. Chariots are coming, and I don't wanna leave it behind. There's a pair of shoes in heaven, I know. A pair of shoes in heaven, I know. There's a pair of shoes in heaven, I know. And I don't wanna leave me behind. Good news, chariots are coming, good news. Chariots are coming, good news. Chariots are coming, and I don't wanna leave me behind. There's a golden harp in heaven, I know. A golden harp in heaven, I know. There's a golden harp in heaven, I know. And I don't wanna leave it one more time. Good news, chariots are coming, good news. Chariots are coming, good news. Chariots are coming, and I don't wanna leave it behind. Good news, chariots are coming, good news. Chariots are coming, good news. Chariots are coming, and I don't wanna leave me behind. Oh, something so uplifting about that piece, but probably because we go up in pitch every single chorus. So I do hope that put a smile on your face and got your toes tapping, got those shoulders rolling. and got you thinking about your Sunday. So if it is last thing in the evening and you're heading off to bed soon, thank you for getting Sunday warmed up for the rest of us. If it's first thing in the morning and the sun hasn't even begun to rise, well then have a cup of coffee and really do seize your Sunday. And to everyone else, have a great day. We'll be back, of course, on Wednesday with some beautiful Thomas Tallis. We've got the Song of the Weather to look forward to on Fun Friday, along with some other great cheery numbers and loads more Homechoir still to come. So do subscribe. Thank you so much to our kind donors and supporters. If you're not feeling well at the moment, lots of love. If it's your birthday soon, happy birthday. And to all of you, enjoy your Sunday. Take care. All the best. Bye.